Hello everyone, welcome to my Premier League predictions where I'll be predicting the Premier League table for the 23-24 season. In 20th everyone, I've gone with Sheffield United. I don't think Sheffield United is done anywhere near enough. They haven't strengthened anywhere near enough. They've lost a couple of their good players. And they're one of these boring teams that always seems to, they come up and they go straight back down. They come up and they go straight back down. So for me, everyone, Sheffield United are coming 20th. In 19th, everyone, I've gone with Luton. Got one of the smallest budgets in the Premier League. And for me, they just haven't done anywhere near enough business. I thought they would do a bit more business than they have. So yeah, Luton for me, everyone, is going to come 19th. In 18th, everyone, I've gone with Wolves. Wolves, I just don't think they've strengthened enough at all. They've lost a couple of their best players. They've lost their best player in Ruben Neves. They've lost Jimenez and stuff too. And for me, everyone, I just think Wolves are going down this season. They didn't look good, particularly at the end of last season. And I just think Wolves are going to be the team to go down in 18th place this season. So and Wolves are a big side. They've been in the Premiership for a few seasons now, but I just think their time is probably came to an end in the Premiership and they'll go back down. But that doesn't mean they'll come straight back up if they do go down. In 17th, just surviving everyone, I've gone with Nottingham Forest. I think Nottingham Forest will just survive again. Obviously, they haven't done a lot of business, but they've done a shitload of business last season, bringing in 20-odd players or something was it. So I think Nottingham Forest will just survive everyone. In 16th, everyone, I've gone with Burnley. I think Burnley's done some good business, everyone, and they play a good style of football under Finton Company. So they play good football, and they've done some good business. So I think that James Trafford, who had a really good season at Bolton on loan last season, and also didn't concede a goal in the European Championship under 21s, what I've seen of James Trafford, he looks like a great goalkeeper, and I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes England's number one, in the future. So I think that's a really good deal, and I think they've made a few other good deals as well. In 15th, everyone, a lot of people's probably predicting this team to go down. But I think they've done some good business. I'm going for Bournemouth, everyone. I think they've done some good business and strengthened. So I think Bournemouth will have a good season, everyone. In 14th, bit of a shock, I've gone with Brentford. I just don't think Brentford are as strong as last season. I think they're really going to miss Ivan Toney because Ivan Toney's their main goal scorer who gets a lot of goals for them. And without him, I think they're going to struggle. Yes, they've brought in some good players, but they've lost some good players too. David Weyer looks like he's going to be on his way out, who is a really good goalkeeper. Ivan Toney's obviously suspended for the first 6 months of the season. Then it'll probably take him a month to get back. So they're going to miss Ivan Toney for most of the season. And the amount of goals they're going to be missing from him, I just think they're going to struggle, everyone. So for me, Brentford will still be safe. They won't be in danger of relegation. But for me, everyone, Brentford is going to have a worse season than last season, due to missing Ivan Toney and stuff. So I predict 14th for Brentford. In 13th, everyone, who I'm predicted to have a bit of a bad season, who I think has had a couple of bad seasons lately. But I do think Everton is going to do better this season, everyone. And I think Everton is going to have a better season this season and come 13th. So yeah, I predict quite a good season for Everton, everyone. I just think they have underachieved lately. And Sean Dyche is a good manager too. I think I think Sean Dyche will get the best out of his players. So I'm predicting 13th for Everton, everyone. Same as the team I've predicted in 12th, everyone. In 12th, I've gone with the Europa Conference League winners last season. I've gone with West Ham, everyone. I know they haven't done any business yet, but I do expect them to get a few players in. And even though they are going to be playing in the Europa League next season, so they'll be playing 2 games a week some weeks, I do think they have a better season, everyone. I think they're bringing a few players. I can't see them not doing anything. And I do think they underachieved last season. So I'm going to go with West Ham in 12th. In 11th, everyone, I'm going with Fulham. I think Fulham will have around the same season as they have last season. Like, they had a good season last season, and I think they'll do the same again. One thing I will say, though, if Fulham lose Mitrovic, then they could drop down the table a bit more. Like, yeah, they can't use Mitrovic because Mitrovic is their main goal scorer, so they really need to keep hold of him. If they don't keep hold of him, then I'm still going to predict them to finish 11th, but I wouldn't be surprised if they finished like 15th, 16th around there. In 10th, everyone, a bit of a shocker. I've gone with Crystal Palace, everyone. I think Crystal Palace have got some really good players. Like, really good young players. Like, they've got Gahi, Olise, or however you say his name. And Anderson at the back and Mitchell up left back. They've got some really good young players, everyone. And obviously, Roy Hodgson seems to do quite well with Crystal Palace. Like, he came back in at the end of last season and he just dragged them right on the table when they were in danger of relegation. So I think Crystal Palace will have a good season and come 10th, everyone. Like, they've brought in a couple of players as well, and I just think they got like some really good young players in their squad from like the people I named. Especially that Gahi. I really do rate Gahi, everyone. I think he's a great centre back. In 9th, everyone, I've gone with Brighton. I think Brighton are still going to have a good season, everyone. Hopefully they can keep hold of Casido, because obviously they've already lost McAllister. Yes, they have brought in some good players too, but I just hope they keep hold of their star man McAllister, because I think if they keep hold of McAllister, everyone, they could have another really good season. Yes, I'm predicting them to drop off a bit in the Premiership from 6th to 9th this season, everyone. But the reason for that is because they're going to have Europa League football too this season. So some weeks they're going to be playing 2 games instead of 1, so they're not going to get a week off. And where Brighton haven't been in Europe, I think they're going to struggle with Europe and with dealing with Europe and the Premiership this season. So I think they still have a good season and finish 9th, everyone. But I just think with the Europa League as well, trying to play in both competitions, they're going to struggle a bit and like have a bit of a drop off in some of the Premiership games. But for me, though, I think Brighton will do well in the Europa League too, by the way, everyone. They could even win it, but it's going to be tough with teams like Liverpool in there. Um, but for me, the most important thing for Brighton, everyone, is they need to keep hold of Casido. If they lose Casido, then they could have a bit more of a drop off and finish, I don't know, around 12th or something. But if they keep hold of Casido, I'm predicting them to finish 9th. But there's no reason why they can't finish like, 7th or 6th again. Like last season. Because Brighton are a really good team. De Serbi is a really good manager who plays really good football, and he also does make some of the young players become top players. Like what he does with some of the young players, De Serbi, is just incredible. Like he makes like Casido, he's became one of the best players like in the Premiership. Like Brighton, yeah, their recruitment is amazing, and what they do with some of their youngsters is just incredible. In ninth everyone, sorry, in eighth everyone, I've gone with Aston Villa. Obviously, I think they're going to win the Conference League, by the way, because Amway's the master of winning the Conference League and Europa League and stuff. And I just think they're going to have a really good season in the Premiership, everyone. They look like a really good side. Like, the winning streak they went on last season to drag themselves up the table as much as they did was incredible. And they've got a good manager and they've got a good squad. Brought in some good players too. I just think Aston Villa's going to have a really good season this season, everyone. So I go with Aston Villa in eighth. In seventh, everyone, I do think Chelsea's going to have a bit of a better season. I don't think they're going to have a horrible season like they did last season. Obviously, got rid of some of the players they needed to get rid of and brought in some good players like that Jackson. For me, that Jackson looks like a really good player. And brought in a Pochettino who they need to stick with. Like, if it goes wrong, Chelsea need to stop getting rid of their managers. Because they mess up getting rid of their managers. Like last season, they got rid of Potter. When they were like, yes, they were not winning games under Potter. But that's because they didn't have a number 9 and they couldn't score goals. But they were still dominating games and having a lot of chances. But then they got rid of him for Lampard, who, for me, sorry to say, but Lampard is a crap manager. I really don't rate Lampard. So for me, Chelsea will have a better season this season, but they've got to stick with their manager. Because they brought in some good players. In sixth, everyone, bit of a surprise. I've gone with Tottenham. I think Tottenham is brought in some good players. I think they've brought in a better goalkeeper and a ball-playing goalkeeper. What I think will make them better. And I think Maddison is a good signing for Tottenham. And if they can keep hold of Kane, and I think Son will have a better season, I think they're going to have a better season this season. The problem with Tottenham, though, they need to bring in some defenders because they are weak up the back. But for me, Tottenham, if they keep hold of Kane, and they've brought in Maddison to like assist the goals, they can have a really good season. Because for me, Tottenham has got a lot of goals in their team, and I don't think Kane's going to leave. He should go because he's on his last year of his contract, and they can get money for him. But obviously, their owner just don't want to get rid of him. What I don't get. Because with that money, they could invest and get another striker or two and decent strikers as well. But for me, I just don't think they're going to get rid of Kane. But for me, everyone, Kane got 28 goals in a bad Tottenham side last season. And if they keep hold of him, I think he's going to do the same again. So I do think Tottenham will have a much better season this season, everyone, and finish 6th. Because I think Maddison is going to have a good season. I think Son is going to have a better season. I can't see him having the same type of season as he had last season, because the season he had last season was pretty terrible. And obviously Kane will get them a lot of goals too. So for me, there's a lot of goals in that Tottenham side. And also I think they've got a better goalkeeper. Because I just don't rate Hugo Lloris, and I do think Hugo Lloris has declined as well. Like, for me, he was an okay goalkeeper before. Wow, he's a good goalkeeper before. But for me now, he's just declined and he's not that good anymore. In fifth, everyone, I've gone with Newcastle. Newcastle have brought in some good players like Tonali and Harvey Barnes and things like that. But the reason why I go with Newcastle in fifth, everyone, is because with the Champions League, I just think they're going to struggle because they're going to be playing on, like, 2 games a week. And I do think they're going to put a lot of focus into the Champions League too. And I'm not sure if they've really got the squad depth to be like, to do really well in the Premiership, to get top four and do well in the Champions League as well as, like, the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. So for me, everyone, I think Newcastle will have some really good nights of St James's Park. Maybe do well in the Champions League as well. But for me, Newcastle's going to have a little drop off, not much of a drop off, and finish fifth instead of fourth this season. So they'll still get Europa League football next season, but they won't get Champions League football. I just think they're going to struggle with Champions League and Premiership football being in both competitions. There's a lot of weeks they're going to be playing 2 games in a row. In fourth, everyone, I've gone with Liverpool. I think Liverpool is strengthening their midfield. I think their midfield is a lot better. I do think they need to get another right back and move Trent Alexander into the midfield because Trent can't defend, but he's really good up, going forward and getting assists. So for me, they need to improve their right back position still. But I can't see Liverpool having another bad season like they did last season. Like, towards the end of last season, Liverpool were very good, but it's just too late. So, for me, everyone, with Liverpool strengthening their midfield, I think Liverpool is going to have a better season. So, I'm going to predict Liverpool to finish fourth and get Champions League football next season. In third, we have Manchester United, everyone. I've gone with my team, Manchester United. I think we're going to do the same as we did last season, everyone. We've brought in some good players like Højlund. Because for me, the number 9 position was the position we needed to strengthen the most. We really needed a number 9 because we just didn't have one, where Martial's always injured and Rashford is better on the left wing, in my opinion. So for me, Højlund is a good signing. Mount, I'm unsure on. I hope Mount can do well for us. And I'm going to be honest, Onana, he suits our style of play more and Eric Ten Hag's system more. What's good because he's a ball-playing goalkeeper. But for me, I hope Onana will do well. But for me, I would have stuck with De Gea, like I said before, because I just think De Gea, like, he won the Golden Glove last season. He's done so much for Manchester United, and I just think, yes, he made some errors last season, but he also saves us so many times too. And he's one of the best shot stoppers in the world, and he's great at saving with his feet too. So yes, we've got a ball-playing goalkeeper, but there is a risk to that. Like, obviously, Onana could get lobbed, or he could get caught out of his box, and they could, just get a play in one-on-one and go around the keeper and score. But hopefully that won't happen, and he will adapt to Manchester United and become really good for Manchester United. Onana is a very good goalkeeper in my opinion. I get why Eric Ten Hag replaced him with De Gea because he suits his style of football much more. It's just that I would have stuck with De Gea because for me, I just think we should have stuck with De Gea. But like I said, the good thing with Onana, he does suit Eric Ten Hag's style of football more, and I hope he can have a really good season for us, and hopefully win the Golden Glove like De Gea did last season. Because Onana, yes, for me, he's not an as good shot stopper as De Gea, but he is still a great shot stopper. So he's, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say, like, I would have stuck with De Gea, but Onana is a more modern day goalkeeper, and I get why Eric Ten Hag did it. So for me, everyone, Manchester United have made some really good signings. We've only lost one good player in De Gea, and yeah, I think we're just going to have a really good season and do what we did last season. So I'm going to predict the same, everyone. I think we'll do okay in the Champions League, and I think we'll finish third again. I think we have another very good season, and hopefully we maybe win like an FA Cup or Carabao Cup or something on top of coming third again. Maybe, hopefully. In second, everyone, I've gone with Arsenal. I think Arsenal have brought in some really good players like Wise, Timber. I don't really rate Havertz, to be honest. But never know, he might have a really good season and do well for Arsenal. But for me, everyone, Arsenal's had a good transfer window. They've strengthened their squad. They've got more squad depth. And I just think Arsenal's going to have another very good season and come second again. I don't think they'll catch City because I just think City's too good. But for me, I think Arsenal will have come second again, have another really good season. And also, I do think they'll do well in the Champions League. I don't think they'll win it, but I do think they'll do well. And also, maybe they'll win like a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup or something. Top, everyone. First place. I know it's boring, but I think it's going to be Manchester City again. I just think they're too good for everyone. The ones Manchester City can go on, like the winning ones they can go on, is just unbelievable. They've got the best manager in the world. They've got great players like Haaland, De Bruyne, Foden, Rodri. They've got so much squad depth. I just can't see anyone catching them, everyone. For me, Manchester City's going to win the league again. I don't think they'll do the treble again, but I do think they'll win the league again, everyone. So yeah, everyone, this is how the table will look after my Premier League predictions. Please let me know what your Premier League predictions is, everyone. And yeah, please let me know what you think of my Premier League predictions. Knowing me, I'll be totally wrong, but hopefully I'll do quite well. And yeah, towards the end of the season, hopefully I'll get quite a few right. Um, but yeah, please let me know what your Premier League table predictions is in the comments. Anyway, everyone, before we go, I'm quickly going to say who I think my Golden Boot winner will be for the season, who I think the Golden Glove winner will be for the season, and who I think Young Player of the Year will be for the season. For me, everyone, I think the Golden Boot, if Haaland is going to win again because he's just in the best team in the world, and they create so much. So for me, Kane, I think, will have another good goal scoring season, but for me, just because the team Harden plays, and I think he will win the Golden Boot again. For me, everyone, for the most clean sheets, I think Alisson is going to get the most clean sheets this season, everyone. I think Alisson is an incredible goalkeeper. He's a great ball playing goalkeeper, and he's just an incredible goalkeeper. Got a great shot stopper as well, and just a good all round goalkeeper. So for me, I think Liverpool will have a much better season, like I said, and I think Alisson will win the Golden Glove. But long player of the season, everyone, this is tough. There are a lot of candidates for who could win it, like Anthony Gordon, Cole Palmer, Garnacho. There's a lot of candidates who could win this. Jackson of Chelsea. But for me, everyone, I'm going to go Saka to win Young Player of the Year. I just think Saka's an incredible player. I just think for me, Saka's just an amazing player, and I think he's going to have another great season with Arsenal, and I think Arsenal will have a great season as well, as I've already said. So for me, everyone, I just think Saka's going to win Long Player of the Year. I think he's going to have a great year, a great season like he did last season, but even better. Anyway, everyone, thank you very much for watching, and please let me know what your Premier League table predictions is for this season, and also please let me know who you think the Golden Boot winner will be for this season, and the Golden Glove winner, and who you think your Long Player of the year will be for this year as well. And yeah, thank you for watching, everyone.